Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you are new. Today we're back with a World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 24 career mode episode. We're getting into the UMPs now finally, and sorry I've been gone for a week. I had the hurricane really affecting like my area. I'm in Tampa, so it like went like right under us and everything. A lot of power being out. I somehow never lost power, but I was helping out families and friends and stuff that were like affected with power, and then also like helping them put up boards on their house, taking the boards off lately and stuff. So been a whole mess around here. A lot of traffic lights are still out like 4 days later or whatever it is. Like there's still a lot of traffic lights out, people without power. So I was very lucky to not lose power and all that, but still it was a mess all around me. A whole parking lot in my apartment complex was flooded for like a couple days, so that was a mess as well. But we're back now, should be back to our normal schedule from here on out. Just that really messed us up for like a full week and everything, trying to get things prepared for the hurricane and everything afterwards. So really appreciate you guys love and support on wishing me to stay safe and everything like that, and you guys reaching out and stuff in a few comments of recent videos from like a week ago, wondering what was going on. So really appreciate all of you guys' concerns and all that. Everything is good, so we'll be back on normal now, but we are getting on to the UMPs here for the first time in this game, so I'm excited for this. I upgraded the car some. We got level 3 tires, level 2 everything else. That's what we had the money for pretty much. So we have like $7,300 left over, and 10 race schedule. So this first episode is going to be Sterling County, Elm Creek, and Fairbury. Two kind of similar tracks. Elm Creek's a smaller version of Sterling. Sterling's a lot higher banked as well, so those will be interesting to see. And then Fairbury we've been good at in like every car so far, so should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we can have some decent runs. I think we could make features. It's just going to be a struggle on actually finishing well, so we'll see how we do in these first couple races. Let's get on the Sterling County and see what we can do. All right, for now it seems like we can get down to like a lower 11.3 for the most part. Only thing I've changed so far in the setup is the steering offset all the way over here to 3.0, so the car can actually drive straight, and just a little bit in the rear end on the gear, just to try to get it go a little quicker on the or accelerate a little quicker on the exits. But it's only a top 34 goal because we don't have a sponsor yet, so we should be able to do that just fine. I'm hoping we could just qualify like around 20th, try and make it into the features and stuff maybe, because we do have decent enough parts. I feel like we can do that here. Feature for the showcase would be a little tough, but other than that it might be okay for us. 310, I think we ran a 318 beforehand, so pretty about right on par with what we ran before. Try not to get super sideways, but got to get it turned in for these corners. That was a 297 barely. Got 21st out of that, which I'll take. We're starting 6th in heat number 1, top 5 make it. Eric said I recognize. Margie. We got Barnes out here, Tommy Richardson, Billy Green, Ned Hill, Van Top. That's Travis Van Top. I don't think we've seen him yet. Ricky Cox is out here. Let's go. And he's fast too. Oh God, we're going to be fighting with Cox a lot up there. Tommy Bailey's up there. So a lot of names we do recognize, which is good to see. Love to see Ricky Cox out here in like all these local series. That's awesome, because it's just fun making jokes with his name, obviously. But we'll see what we can do here. Hopefully we can have a decent heat race. Try to get down right away. I'm almost turning Thompson, but we're getting a 2-for-1 there, getting up in the 4th, because they all went kind of high, using them up a little bit. We could honestly get up into 2nd here. I'm gonna try and throw a slider up the track because he's running that top side. Don't know how we're up in the 2nd right now. They've just been running the top. Oh, we're getting sent down on the bottom. Thompson was gotten all the way down to that bottom and almost got by us there, but we had a little bit more acceleration off the exit from them. So it seems like when they're running the bottom right behind me, they get checked up, and when they ran the top, they weren't super fast, but they're fast on the bottom for sure, it seems like. Krupp up front is absolutely flying, so we may be able to take advantage of some of these heat races, it seems like, if they run the wrong line like that, because that is going to be huge for us, because we're going to start like 5th in this qualifying dash, which is completely wild. When we qualified 21st, we just had a great start at the beginning of this heat race. If we can hold off Allen behind us, who is hard charging, trying to just cut it all the way down to the bottom so he can't get in front of us, and he doesn't. Wow, I am super shocked by that one. Getting 2nd in the heat, going to the qualifying dash in the first ever UMP race, that's absolutely wild to me. I never would have expected that. But I think we're starting right next to Cox. I think the 105 is Cox, so we got Cox on our outside. Hopefully we can beat him out. Maybe do the same kind of things we did at the beginning, kind of bully our way to the front, and not quite. It seemed like because we started on the outside, we were able to dive it down to the inside and turn one or something. That's why we got those spots. And then everybody kind of ran top, and we were able to get by them. But everybody here seems to be kind of holding bottom, and Lee had like a speed boost there off of turn 2. He seems super fast down the straights. Looks like Cox might be in the back now. That's unfortunate for him. We're getting passed by some guys underneath us. They just got a little bit more acceleration. They got more of an engine than us, so that's unfortunate. But they were going top there. Might be able to slide up, not quite. Who is that, Wright? Jesse Wright that we were getting passed by? I could barely see his number. He has a super tiny 55 on the side of that car. But hey, we might fall back a little bit in this feature if people run the bottom, but that's okay. We somehow are starting way better than we should, so I can't even be mad about it. They get together a little bit in front of us, but they keep it straight somehow. Lee and Wright got into each other. Final lap here, final corner. Gonna be able to hold on to 6th here, so I will take that. Cox got right back behind us, so hopefully we don't get rear-ended by him in the first corner. But James Walker ended up in 8th there for the final spot in the qualifying dash. So hopefully we can have a good run here. Try to get turned down into turn 1 like we did in the heat race, because that's what really helped us. Oh, Cox is on our inside. Getting door banged by Cox right there. Try not to spin anybody out immediately. We're like 3 wide on the bottom. Kind of wild, trying to throw a slider up the track a little bit, blocking some people, but then Walker gets back on our inside. I think that's Walker. No, that is, who is that, Allen? I think that's Allen who got to our inside. Yeah, Wessler, I don't know. Weiser? Probably Weiser, that would make sense. Now I'm just hitting people. Oh boy, the arrow on that thing is really messed up on the front end immediately. We hit a couple people with the front end, and it is a little fragile. So we don't have like a super good chassis and stuff anyways, so that could affect us pretty quickly in these races. Trying to run like that slider line to keep some speed, maybe. Trying to cut back under Walker there as he slid us. That was actually a pretty good crossover, I feel like. How many tear offs? 7 for 10 more laps. Okay, we got to be a little bit sparing with them, but not completely. We should be all right. We're still sitting 7th, which is not too bad out of 25. Like, this is a ton better than I would have expected for us right now on the season. Like, I was expecting to barely make the feature, especially with where we qualified. We qualified 21st. I figured we might be able to make a spot out of the heat race, but not all the way up to 2nd. Definitely did not expect that at all, so I will take it. That was pretty solid for us. Trying to see if we can catch, who is this, Jacob Marker up in front of us. Gonna have to remember some of these names. I'll remember the paint scheme sooner or later, but Marker's in this like light blue one and stuff. We are catching a lot of lap traffic. We are pulling away from Kevin Murphy a little bit behind us. Got like half a second on him. We're running really solid right now. We found our groove in this race right now. Fell from 6th to 7th off the start. Probably fell back a couple more spots and then gained them back, but 5 laps to go here. Carter. Oh, I wasn't expecting Carter to come to a dead stop on the straightaway. That hurt our radiator and everything. Jesus. I did not have the reaction to just like turn left there because I don't know why, but I just really didn't expect him to like not hit the gas at all down that straightaway, but I heard that thing just crack when we hit the back of Carter. We're definitely a little slower now because Murphy's getting around us. We don't got that straightaway speed, or we have a lot more aero damage too. Getting back under Murphy. Oh, it like wanted to hook me back to the right there. I think this is a lapped car. Yeah, that's Robinson. Can you get going, Robinson, if you're gonna get by us? Not, I'm gonna push you out the way so I can get by you, so I don't get passed by Jesse Wright immediately as well. Oh, they're wrecking in front of us, and we have a ton of aero damage now. Oh, and this is the final lap too. That is terrible timing, because there was no caution for that. We fell back to 11th from that, and our car got destroyed. We had like 46% aero and like 39 on the radiator left. That was really rough at the end, but they wrecked like right in front of us. There was nowhere for us to go, but that was a lot of fun. Will Crump ends up getting the win. He looks like he's gonna be the one to beat. He was about 3 seconds ahead of Tommy Bailey, so that was a rough first race, but hey, we were almost a top 10. We should have probably finished top 10 besides that wreck on the last lap. Let's see how much money that gets us for week 1 without having a sponsor and stuff. That's going to be a little rough trying to gain money initially, but how are the points in this one? Oh, 75, 70. It looks like it drops down 5 each until 6th to 7th. So from 1st to 6th is 25 points, which is a huge difference. So you could gain and lose points very quickly here in this series. But $2,100 to start out with, not terrible, but it's going to be a grind trying to get some money early on until we get some sponsors. That puts us up to $9,500 in the bank, and we're going to have to repair things probably after next race because everything got very destroyed in that first one. Even though we have decent durability on stuff, it's just we really destroyed the car there. Elm Creek's going to probably be rough with that as well. It's a much smaller track than Sterling, but it's a very similar type of track. It doesn't cost too much to repair parts, at least, which is nice. Only $500 right now. Might go up to $1,000 after this race, but we'll repair that after this first one. We did have 15 laps for Sterling. We're gonna have 15 laps here at Elm Creek and 24 at Fairbury. So hopefully we could try to do the same thing we did at Sterling and try to gain some spots here in the heat race. So Elm Creek's gonna be rough because it's a lot smaller. So hopefully we can do all right. We need to have some pretty good qualifying though. So let's get on there and see how we can do. All right, hitting nearly sub 10-second laps. We're like a second faster than the goal time for 34th, which is really good. A second here means a lot because it's a very tiny track. So hopefully we can hit that 10-1 again here in qualifying. Just have to hit our line right for the most part. Try and get a little bit of a run here to the line. And then just hit the line right, hopefully. Decent 1 and 2. I kind of got way too wide there on the backstretch. Might hurt my speed for the backstretch. I'm not sure. Hopefully we can make it up this second lap. 10.2 is not terrible, but that's like over a tenth and a half from what we had in practice. Had to really send it in sideways 3 and 4, but it's not going to hurt us too much. 10.0, I'll take that. 12th is not bad. That's actually a really good starting spot. I will take that. Did not expect to qualify that well here, but I will take that for sure. We're starting 3rd in Heat 2. If we can get up in front of Cox here, it looks like it right in front of us in 2nd, we can get up into that qualifying dash, because if he ends up getting stuck on that outside immediately, we might be able to get in front of him. Not able to get under him. He does run up top. I'm going to try and slide him. Nope, he stays on our outside there. Trying not to get passed by Eric Erickson behind me as well, because if I get off the bottom, I'm probably going to get passed as well. That was a really good 3 and 4 up in front of Cox there. Now what we got is Alan Weiser up in front of us. Trying to run this like middle to bottom, trying to just keep up the speed. Can kind of keep up a little bit more speed up top at this in this car than I could in the mini or micro sprints or the street stocks here. So we're running pretty solid here. I'm very happy about that. We're going to make the qualifying dash the first 2 races of the season, which I was not expecting at all, not with only a level 3 tires and everything else was level 2. Kind of shocked by that, honestly. Lap traffic is always difficult here, but hey, we were actually running away from Cox too, so that was actually a really solid race for us. We were like over a second ahead of them there at the line. So starting 8th in the qualifying dash, all we can do is go forward from here. So starting 8th is going to be the worst we can get, and we qualify 12th, so that's already an improvement for us. So very happy about that. We're doing very, very well. This track got a lot different looking through the night. Like all the dirt and everything looked completely different to me. That was a pretty good turn 1. Trying to get into an odd spot like we were in 5th. I just got way too wide there on the front stretch. What a crossover in 1 and 2. Terrible entry into 3 and 4. We're going to use up Walker a little bit to get in front of him. Now we need to go try to catch up to Tommy Bailey. Don't get over the edge. I keep getting over the edge a little bit on the back stretch, which is hurting me. Because I keep doing that, and you lose a little bit of grip up there because just all the dirt is pushed up there. Not much grip is there at all, and your tires kind of come off the ground too, so you have some grip, some not grip, and it doesn't go too well for you. You can really miss the next corner if you stay too far outside for too long. Final lap here. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to catch up to Jacob Marker or Tommy Bailey, which is unfortunate. Who's up front? Is Krupp up front? It's the 12. I think that's Lee from last race, I want to say. Is that Justin Lee? Krupp is behind us, actually. Wow. So we actually beat Krupp there, which is nice because he dominated the first race. Lucas Lee is what it is. I wanted to say Jacob, but I could not remember the first name. But starting first in this race is wild. Definitely did not expect that one bit. I will take that all day. Try to get down to this middle to bottom. Use marker a little bit up in the Bailey. Try not to completely smash them into that corner. We're still good on our arrow. We got up in the second, though. That is wild. I did not expect that right away. I was just trying to get under them, and I was able to use them up a little bit to get up in the second. We might be doing really well in the UMPs really quickly, so that is nice. Maybe it's just like a car that fits my style a lot more, because I love the super late models and stuff like that, like the late model cars in general. So I feel like these might just drive more like it in overall, and we could kind of just have a good driving style for us, because the street stocks were okay for us. We just had a lot of money to put into it quick, so we were able to get through that in 2 seasons, which I honestly thought it was going to take 3. And this one is looking like we could do faster than anticipated as well. I thought at least this would take 3 to 4, depending on how fast we can make money and upgrade the car more, because we only were able to get a lot of level 2 parts and level 3 tires, because we only had $62,000 coming into this season to upgrade this car and work on it, and we were able to actually do pretty well with it, it seems like, because the only thing I did to this setup was the 3.0 on that steering offset just to make it go straight again like we did at Sterling County. I didn't do any gear ratio changes or anything. Everything else seemed fine, and I was like a second faster than the 34 place goal, so I was fine with that. Not trying to blaze the world on fire right now anyways, because I don't know what to change on the car regardless, and we got a lot of lap traffic here in front of us, and it is really making me struggle getting through it because Weiser is caught up to us. We got 5 laps to go already. This track just goes by super fast. Try not to kill Young there on the entry to the corner because I had a really bad angle. I need Young to get off the bottom though. I'm gonna just slide down under him. Try to make him move up the track real quick. Just trying to hold this bottom, so oh, Jacob Marker is up behind us now too. Got Marker, Weiser, and Walker all behind us. Hardly know her for all 3 of them. We're running really well. Marker's right on our inside there through these corners. I'm sliding up a little bit too much there, getting in the barns, which I feel like I can kind of bounce my way off of some of the lap cars, and it gives us a slight speed boost if we can keep the car straight like that. Trying to just hook the bottom, hold the bottom, so Marker, or Walker is actually behind us now. And they're not going to be able to get by us. So we're actually going to be able to finish second at Elm Creek, second ever race in the UMPs, which is completely wild. I did not expect that, but Lucas Lee was gone. So seems like each race so far, the top guy hits on something and they're just gone from the field. Like there's nothing we can do about it. Because first week, Krupp was over 3 seconds away from second place, and Lucas Lee was like 5 ahead of us. We're 5th in points right now, which is wild. Lucas Lee, Tommy Bailey, Krupp, and Weiser in front of us, and we're 1 point ahead of Walker, 5 points ahead of Cox. Really nice. Where did Cox finish? Cox finished all the way back in 11th. Very bad day for him. But $3,600 for finishing second. If we can do, well, we're only gonna get 1 sponsor off of this showcase anyways, but we're going to get a showcase sponsor nonetheless here, and hopefully we can run well in the showcase because the showcase pays out a lot more. That's going to put us up to $13,200. Going to have to repair the parts now. The engine isn't as damaged, but everything else got pretty damaged in the first race. So it made sense I was going to have to repair it after that one, but need it repaired for the showcase big time. Only $600 to repair. Not too bad. And this upgrade is $23,000. Probably closer to 30 overall to get upgrades and everything on it. So definitely have a little while to go on that, but everything is just gets so expensive for this car so quick, because like the engine was $53,000. Honestly, I could have, like with the $62,000 we had, could have gone straight for this engine and nothing else, but everything else would have been completely terrible. And then I only would have been able to get like 1, maybe 2 upgrades on this total. So I didn't want to do that. I wanted to try to keep the car pretty balanced and better overall to me in my eyes. But now we're going on the Fairbury. We have finished 2nd and 11th, which we should have had a top 10 in that first week, honestly. We're sitting 5 points behind Weiser. We easily lost like 4 to 6 points on that last lap at Sterling County, so we could be 4th in points, honestly, I feel like. And Tommy Bailey and Krupp have a tiebreaker. I don't know why Tommy Bailey's ahead of Krupp. I would think that Krupp would be ahead with the win, but it's probably because the T to the W name or the B to the K. I don't know. But either way, going on to the Fairbury here for the first showcase in the UMPs. Let's go see if we could try to miraculously pull out a top 10 here, because everybody's going to be a lot faster in this one. Because the showcase, there's always people that don't run full season that come down and run, and they're always really fast. So I'm going to hopefully miraculously try to bring out a top 10 out of this one. All right, we were about a second quicker than the goal time in practice, which is really nice. What is it for? It's still the same for 51st place. So a second faster of 51st. We'll see what that can put us, hopefully. Hopefully we can hit a 6 again. That'd be really nice. Try to run the top for some speed, and then gonna run the bottom is what's been fastest for me at this track in like every car so far. Because I tried the top in this car, I was running like a 12.0. Or maybe an 11.9, and then bottom I was able to run like a 6 or a 7 pretty consistently. That was a 5. Okay, that was quicker than what we had in practice. I will take that. I would just hit it a little bit better, I guess, maybe because we had that speed from the top on 3 and 4. So able to run really well in qualifying, which is nice. 21st. Okay, so that's not too bad. Starting 4th in heat 3, top 3 from the heats in the showcase make it right away. So we'll see if we could try to pull out a top 3 here. Who do we got? Tommy Bailey on our inside, I believe it is. I don't know who the front 2 are. Got Nicely, Tyler Nicely. That's definitely somebody that just runs showcases, because I've not seen that 5 car yet. And we are stuck on this outside. Wasn't able to get down right away, but able to get inside of Nicely. Beasley is definitely somebody I've not seen as well. Collins getting by us, though, I did not like, because he started in 5th, and we were not able to get by him. He goes high, though, so we're actually able to get by him there in 3 and 4, cut him off on the front stretch, and try to see if we can work here on Mike Beasley. Why does that name sound familiar? I don't know why that name sounds so familiar to me, but maybe from the last game, or maybe actually real life racing too. I have no clue, but that name sounds super familiar, which is cool. But Tommy Bailey got the lead, though, starting from the 3rd. Absolutely mobbing up there. I would like to try and get up in front of Beasley, but Beasley had a huge run there off the top, trying to get by Bailey. Because I want to try and make it into that qualifying dash again. We're 2 for 2 so far, but this is a showcase. I figured it'd be harder. I don't know what's going on with Nicely. He started on that outside and fell all the way back to 5th. He is struggling. We are in heat 3 out of, I think, 6. So we'd be 6, 12, 13, 14, 15th, I think, starting here in the A main. Yeah, starting 15th in the A main, so that's on the bottom at least, which is really nice. Good win by Tommy Bailey. That's a huge one. He'll be starting 3rd in that qualifying dash. Might start 3rd overall in the race as well. No, it looks like Beasley may have gotten back by him, honestly. But we'll see what we can do here in the feature. We got 24 laps here. We got 20 tear-offs, so a little sparingly with them early on maybe. And we'll see how spread out it gets and everything. Trying to hook the bottom. We got Steffens right in front of us, which I don't recognize that name or car. Got Krupp all the way back here as well in 12th. Very interesting. So I'm wondering, I really, oh, they're wrecking on the bottom. Just miss them, and we'll get by it, and we'll be good to go. Where are we, 12th? Okay. We're 12th there. I don't know who got spun out, but we ended up on the outside, which is a little unfortunate, but we'll be doing all right here. Hopefully we can get down quite quickly. I'm gonna see if I can force my way down right away. Okay, I can. I just didn't do that in the heat race. I didn't think I had the room, but now I know I can just force my way down there, get under both these guys. We're already working our way into the top 10, which is huge. Don't hit these tires. This car seems a little fragile. Oh, we got Strickler out here. Nice. It's Adam Strickler. So we'll see if we can continue working our way forward here, especially if we can get some more caution. So there's been a caution or not even a caution. There has been wrecks in 2 of 3 races. That was the first one we had a caution on, though, because the Sterling County one happened on the final lap, so we had no caution. Lucas Lee here, who won at Elm Creek, and then where Krupp was behind us as well. So definitely going to have some different winners. I think Beasley is out front, it looks like, the 28. I think he was the one that was in our heat. I think the 28 was him. Oh, getting stuck on Strickler wanted to hook me to the right there. How damaged is the car? 87 on the aero. At least the radiator and engine are good still, so that's a positive. Oh, and I am turning him. Whoops, I am sorry about that. I think that was Burdett or something like that. They just like slowed up big corner, and I was not lifting. Just caught him in the left rear and completely spun him around. That is on me, 100%. So hopefully I can get inside of Strickler here right away. It seems like the further up we start, the less I can get under the guy below me. Because when we were in 12th, it was pretty easy to get under the cars below me. That time I was clipping Strickler right on the start, so it was tough to get under him. Oh, there's another Strickler. Oh, Kyle Strickler's here as well. Nice, because I remember his name from the last game and real life racing. Watching some of the races, I see his name every now and then. Adam Strickler I did not know was a thing, but Kyle Strickler I knew for sure. But we worked our way up into 7th somehow. Kyle Strickler working this bottom, which I'm trying to follow him on through as well, up into the top 5. Almost 3 wide there. Probably in the corner we were 3 wide. Holcomb. Holcomb? Holcomb. That name sounds familiar too. Austin Holcomb. That definitely sounds familiar. We got by McKenzie there. I wanted to try and get by this Austin, so we're the best Austin in the race. There's only room for one of us out here as I right rear him barely. I really sent it down there, and it actually really stuck. That was nice. I ran too high there in 3 and 4. I don't know how we're doing so well in the UMPs. This is kind of wild. It feels like the UMPs are just like easier in a way. I don't know why. Maybe like the AI are just different, or it really just fits our driving style. I really don't know. Because I can use the rear fenders really well, and the fronts you don't really want to hit the tires too much on things, because iRacing you'll just destroy the tires. But this car does seem a little fragile hitting the front end on stuff, because I completely destroyed the car at Sterling County. But this track, we haven't hit too much, and we're at 82%, so I feel like it is a little fragile, but overall it fits our driving style right now. I don't even know what full-time drivers are ahead of us, if there are any. I could be the first full-time driver up here for points, unless Tommy Bailey's up here in the 2nd spot. I have no clue. My face itches, bad time for it to itch. We got 4 laps left here, and I got Adam Strickler right on my ass. He is ripping the bottom, sticking right to me. If I make a mistake, he is getting by us immediately. I want to hold this top 5, don't get the wall. Had a really good line there, and then I just straightened out a little early, got the wall. 2 laps to go. Tyler Blood is flying up there. That's an awesome name. Tyler Blood, like that sounds like a wrestling name almost, but that is a sick ass name, I'll tell you that. But we are just ripping bottom here. Final lap. Strickler nicely or fat battling behind me. And we're going to hold off everybody and finish top 5, which is wild. We started in 15th. We were able to make up a lot of ground on those restarts, which that was huge. Who was up here? Rick, Kyle, Mike, Tyson. I don't know a full-time driver until Lucas Lee, which is 8th. And then Krupp in 12th. Oh, we were going to gain some points on people here. That was massive in the points. Like, could we win the championship in year 1? I don't know, but we're gonna sure as hell give it a shot, because we're 2nd in points all of a sudden, and we were 2nd at Elm Creek, nowhere near Lucas Lee. We were top 10-ish at Sterling, but Krupp was gone from everybody. But we just beat all the full-time drivers at the showcase race, which is huge. Where did Cox end up landing in that one? 24th. Yikes. He didn't make it out of the B main. He was 6th in the B main, that is. So that is wild. And actually, if you don't make the A main, you still lose points down to 41st. Wow. So really, you would lose a point down to the end of it regardless, I think, in a normal race. I didn't look that low, but it seems like before in other series, if you don't make the A main, you all got the same amount of points. But those spots still do matter for points, which is nice to see. But that was a huge day for us. 5th, we're able to gain like what is that, 9 on Lucas Lee, and then 14, 15, 16 on Krupp. So that's pretty solid, and $5,100 for finishing 5th. And we're gonna get a sponsor out of this, which is nice. It's not gonna be a very good sponsor, but we're gonna get a sponsor nonetheless, and hopefully our merch sold can just keep going up real quick, because we're doing well. That's going to put us up to $18,000, just under, but pretty much $18,000 on the season, which is really nice. Very good start to this season. a million times better than I expected. I was just hoping to make the features with how like bad our parts were. We're getting a sponsor for $1,300 per race, which is not crazy, not terrible though. I guess I'll go top 10 for the next 4 races because we've been right around a top 10 every race. We should have had a top 10 every race if we would have hit it for Sterling. Next episode though is gonna be Grant Park, very big flat track, Lima Land, and Kokomo for the showcase. So hopefully we continue to do well and keep doing what we're doing, because we are second in points right now, which is completely wild. The showcase race was massive for us. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Appreciate you guys for watching as always, and again, really appreciate the love and support for like not being able to post videos this past week, and you guys checking up on me and everything. Really appreciate it and everything, because the hurricane going by and stuff. So we should be back to a normal schedule from here on out, getting back to like Monday, Wednesday, Friday of this game, and then also the weekends, and then the iRacing videos as well, because I wasn't able to do like any of that this past week. And then also I'm gonna get back and doing the NASCAR Thunder 2003, which I haven't been able to do for the last 2 weeks now. So really appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you guys in the next one.